That's why I said, let me start a podcast with realtors because,
They do love talking about themselves.
they do love talking about themselves.
Mm.
So,
We're a special breed.
we are, and it makes for good content.
I mean, there's a reason we always say we could write a book. So,
Yeah.
but
Who did I talk to on here? Oh, Jason Kojak.
yeah, I know the name. I don't know it
Okay.
personally, but yeah.
He wrote a book on, he teaches real estate investing at NC State,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's a little more qualified to write a book than like I would be.
Mhm. Yeah.
So in our episode with him, I was like, I really want to know like how you even write a book.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never even thought
A
of
good
that
question.
process, you know?
Yeah.
And it's way more complicated than I would have thought.
Is it?
Yeah, like I would have thought, let me just open up a Microsoft Word and just type it out and see what happens.
But I think I've seen on Instagram that I think you actually kind of can do that. And then like you can even design things in Canva now and stuff. And then you just have to like submit it. Like between AI and Canva, like you can actually legit do like some crazy stuff.
That's what I was like. I wonder with the books coming out today that aren't like known authors, how much are written though, just not like ChatGPT. Like, here's my idea.
Yeah.
Here's the outline. Give it to me, and then you might tweak it a little bit here and there. But like, do you think it's like a lot of it's written?
I mean, the one that I saw, she was doing like kids books, so it was probably not as like content heavy. But yeah, I mean, she made it look super easy. So maybe you want to start writing kids books. Just get into the industry.
I have a 6-month-old daughter.
Oh, congratulations!
She's gorgeous. And we read to her every night, like a kid's book or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, not different. We tried to, and then we're like, all right, let's run back through them, and then run back through them again, run back through them. Yeah. I'm like reading some of these, and I can write something way better than these. Yeah. Way better. We went to the Outer Banks a couple weeks ago and bought a book like, it was like Outer Banks for kids or something. Oh. They're like a kid's book. Yeah. And I'm like, didn't even rhyme. Like, it just wasn't good. Like, I thought it was going to be like this cool little book, her first beach trip.
It's hard when they don't rhyme then. I mean, because like you get going and you expect them to rhyme and then you feel totally dumb because you're like, oh, that was kind of a letdown. Like, I understand that.
You always try to read the book in a certain rhythm and then you're like, and the bird said.
And then if it doesn't rhyme, it's
to like, the fox.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Totally agree.
But anyway, all right. So this is the Charleston Coffee Roasters, which you were familiar with.
Yeah. So I was born in Beaufort, South Carolina, which is basically south of Charleston, but north of Hilton Head.
Okay.
Very small little town.
Hilton Head.
If you actually are really into the Murdoch murder stuff, Beaufort is where they went in on the boat to the bar and then were out on like the rivers for the boat accident. Actually, the place that he goes to get the drink is one of our favorite spots to go eat lunch when we're in town, and so it's super creepy to sit in there.
Really?
Yeah. So, but
how long did you live there for?
I was really little when we moved here, so I've lived in Raleigh since I was in first grade.
Okay.
My sister grew up there more, and then we go back to Hilton Head a lot now because that's kind of like the beach spot, you know.
Yeah.
So we spend a lot of time down that way, and then Charleston we go to. I mean, we've got good friends and stuff down there. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Charleston Coffee. I'm trying to see if they have a social media or anything on here. I don't know. Anyway, I did brew it to their instructions, like I always try to do. And it does say it's a Sumatra, organic Sumatra, whole bean coffee blend, bold, roast. It's bold. Did you take a sip?
It is bold.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Like mud.
Which down there, like, you know, the squishy mud in the river is called fluff mud. So that would actually be very in line.
So we'll review it at the end, but
it's like mud. It's a glowing review right there.
I know. I'm like, gosh, this is strong. I need to put some like honey. If you put honey.
Oh yeah, I bet. Mine is fall girl, basic girl fall in your hair, like watered down.
I always say that. I'm like, I love this time of year because I used to try to hide the fact that I love a pumpkin spice latte, and I'm like, why?
Yeah,
it's freaking awesome. Like,
but it's like orange. Have you ever like really opened up the cup?
It is. Take the lid off and go like,
this is not good.
Yeah, it's interesting. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, we'll review it at the end. So far, maybe it gets better as you go.
Maybe.
Like I smoke cigars, and so like when you smoke a cigar, sometimes it just like starts out really rough and it gets better.
Yeah.
I don't think coffee works that way, but we'll see.
Yep, I don't think it does, but I mean, I am not a coffee snob, so like
I'm not either. You like even though I do the show, like I'll drink whatever.
Yeah.
Like at the house, we drank. Now because I always have leftover beans, so that's what I drink at the house.
Yeah.
But like we were drinking the Kirkland whole bean.
Yeah.
Coffee bean, and we just dump it in the hopper.
Yeah.
It was great.
One time my mom came in and I had like a thing of like Folgers or something, like real basics. Yeah. I just ordered it. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "God, Mom, like stop judging me." Yeah. But she did judge me for that.
Oh yeah. We don't do like the pour over I did here. Like I don't no. At home. That is way too much work. We have a little machine. You press a button and mix whatever you want, and it's awesome. It's perfect for us.
Well, we're really putting across a different brand here. I love it. So.
Yeah. We're high in Dubois. All right, let's see what this comment is like. Anyway, so you grew up here since you were 1 or first grade.
Yeah,
that's great. Mm-hmm. Do you like Raleigh?
I do. I love Raleigh. I think like I definitely went through a phase in life where I wished I had left after college just to go like, because I always like growing up, I was always like, I want to live in a big city, kind of thing. But now like I live downtown Raleigh, and I think I'm kind of living like a nice blend of like the slow but that urban lifestyle, and so it's doing that has really made me just appreciate the city. And then also just like with social media and stuff, I have somebody who helps me, so like I really just have to kind of go out and get B-roll and do some other things. But when you're really going out seeking like cool spots to video or to talk about or to think, like it kind of gives you new lens, which I've really appreciated that too. So
and you like an idea of, what can we go look for? Then do some research, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I've lived here since first.
And like my husband is from, so his family's Cajun, so they're from Southern Louisiana. So we've actually spent a ton of time in New Orleans, and it's like, I think when you start spending more time in a city like that, because like growing up, I didn't travel a lot. Like we just didn't do that, Like I don't think I got on my first airplane at 18 years old. So like, I mean, but I think now, like as an adult, that I get to go to other places, it's like it's cool to go to other places, but I don't need to live there, So yeah, I mean, I really do love it here.
I kind of feel that way about cities, and people who are city people are gonna hate that I say this, but like I've been to New York City obviously before. I mean, I'm from Pennsylvania, and like Northeast, so we were kind of like right there.
Yeah,
had family living there and stuff, and me and my wife went to Chicago to visit a cousin of mine, stay with them. And I'm like, he's like, no, here's why Chicago's the best, and I'm like.
Yeah,
kind of the same.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I can see that. Yeah,
like they kind of are the same.
They really are. Yeah.
That being said, I haven't been to like all the cities that I plan to, but
I've been to a lot of them: New York, Chicago, San Francisco, L.A.
I've never been out west.
Dallas.
What's over Vegas?
Austin, Atlanta.
Okay.
New Orleans, Miami. What else is there? I've never been to Nashville.
Nashville seems kind of cool.
Yeah, never been to Nashville. I've actually never been to the state of Tennessee, which is weird.
Have you been to any of the Texas cities?
Dallas and Austin.
Oh, Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah. Never Houston. Never been to Houston.
What about like what's the big city in Colorado?
I've been to Boulder.
Okay.
Denver. We have fly into Denver to go to Boulder, so I guess technically I've been there.
Yeah.
Las Vegas. I've been to Las Vegas.
Been to Vegas. But...
what else is there?
I don't really know. I've been to Detroit.
I've been to Salt Lake City. I've never been to Detroit. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a big one. I did forget that one. You kind of always forget about Michigan. Sorry, Michigan.
I went there on like a conference thing. But it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool history. Detroit has really cool history. And I was like, at one point, it was the richest city in America.
Baltimore, D.C. I've been to those.
Okay. I've drove through D.C.
Richmond. I've been to Richmond.
Okay.
I don't know if that's like a big city.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, like, what other places are there?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Those like we went to Charlotte, and again, I'm like,
I'm not a Charlotte person, but I will say, if you grow up in Raleigh, I feel like you're very much a Raleigh or a Charlotte person.
Yeah.
Because anybody I've known who is like, I just love Charlotte so much more. Me personally, anybody I've ever known has been like from outside of the area.
Right. Right.
Because they're such different cities. That
so much different cities. Yeah.
You kind of like vibe with one or the other, not typically both. So
like I'll read these like Instagram comments or whatever, for Facebook comments on like which is better, and it's just so funny hearing the people defend their cities and stuff.
Dude, Instagram comments.
Wild.
I just like literally, I'm like, why am I going to fight with somebody about why I love the city that I live in and you hate it? I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I also am like, that's okay, you know? And so I was doing it with somebody yesterday. So, buddy.
Yeah. So when did you get into real estate?
I got into real estate in 2012. Right. Yeah. 13 years ago. So I just celebrated 13 years in July of this past year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's business been?
I mean, this year is obviously weird, but
very weird.
Yeah. I mean, I think the funnest thing to me about real estate is I typically get bored really easily with jobs, and this one's really hard to do that with. But I've kind of done a little bit of all of it. So I've been a buyer's agent on a team. I was an individual agent for a very short period of time. I had my own team under a big brand. I was independent and then a brokerage with the team. And then now we're under a Compass again with the team. So, I mean, it's just kind of been fun to like tap into like all the different parts of it. So, yeah.
I did the independent brokerage thing.
Did you?
Yeah, for like 2 years. It was tough. It was tough because, broker in charge sucks. So hats off to the broker in charge out there, the good ones. But also, like, it took a lot more time. Now, I guess it's probably the same as a team in some sense, but like to come up with the marketing, the branding, or like to come up with everything from scratch, takes a lot of time and money.
So owning a brokerage overhead was pretty high, especially if you have a team. And I think that was one of the reasons we made the move to Compass was because at one point, at our largest, we had 13 agents.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't love that model just because I like to get really connected to my agents, and you're just so separated at that point that, and that's just like hats off to the people who do it because it's a lot. And I love the community, the connection. I couldn't do it. But, I mean, I loved owning my own brokerage. It is a lot. I mean, I think that was part of what I loved about it too, was like just that it was like carte blanche what you wanted it to be, you know? But yeah, I mean, marketing wise, I will say one thing we've always done. So when I went out on my own from the team that I was on, I knew I wanted to eventually have a team. I didn't think I would do it as quickly as I did. I was about to get married, and I was kind of like, you know what, I just need to go like figure out life for a little while. And then I started the team. But one thing I will say that we always did that's been really helpful for us was even when we were with Remax before, when anything we branded Dubois Property Group didn't have my face, very little had Remax. Like we only did the very minimum of what we had to do. Yeah. Because the day we left, we could literally just wipe off Remax, and we just were like so inexpensive. So we didn't have to rebrand everything. And honestly, like we love being at Compass, but we'll always do that because you just never know what's going to happen.
Right.
And so even today, like if I had to leave Compass, we could just pick up and all we'd have to do is get new signs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I heard you have a little office.
I do.
Do you like it? Is that new?
I love it. So we had a bigger office down in Pilot Mill, which is over like a historic mill building. And we had gotten that. We grew the team, and then we just didn't need the space anymore. So we subleased that out, and now we just have like, it's actually the surgery room of an old historic building. It's like the first women's hospital in North Carolina.
Really? That's pretty cool.
But it's beautiful. It's got like these really cool old windows, and it's just like, it's probably total about 1,000-ish square feet, maybe. And it's really just like a big room, and I love it because it's just.
That's cool.
I love it because it's like my little space, you know, like as a wife and a mom, like, and team leader, you just need somewhere to go that's kind of like just yours, and I love it. I mean, my team comes in, but not nearly as much as I do, and it's great. Yeah, I love it.
But there's no like private offices. It's just like a big space where all you got is together.
Yeah, we all sit together.
I love that concept. Yeah. Like with the team lead sitting with the actual team. Like,
yeah.
Like, hey, I'm not above you. Like, I'm sitting here with you. I'm still working too, you know?
Yeah, I've always sat with my team. I've actually never had my own office.
Yeah.
So
that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So I was an independent agent at Keller Williams for like 4 years. Actually, I joined a team. You know Morgan Womble?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I joined his team at Keller Williams just like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was on with him for like a year. And then went back to independent, and then went from independent, just Ethan Lyons, Keller Williams, to Lyons Realty Company. And then
that's really neat.
I had to come up with all the branding and the CRM stuff, which was the CRM for like, that was probably the hardest for me, is like trying to find the right one. And
Yeah.
I'm so disorganized anyway that
Oh, really?
Wow.
So I'm so type A that
All right.
like my team is probably like, oh my God. Like I was even on telling you that we had like a staff huddle the other day. We were talking to it, and I was like, I know that you guys think that some of the things I say we have to do are really dumb. And they were just staring at me. And I was like, because I'm just so like, I get something like in my head and we just have to do it.
Yeah. Like what?
Right. Like, especially about the client process, I'm just like so fanatically obsessed with it. And so it's like, for example, we were reviewing like the listing input process, and I was like, look, I know it's coming down like from the agent and then to Mia to then Ann Stewart to, like, but like we have to be so detailed about it because we've always been that way. So you can't skirt just like one listing, and especially not right now because like it's harder to sell a listing and probably, it's been for a long time. Yeah. So,
what barn are we recording in, right?
But anyways, like just that kind of stuff, like more about our process, the way clients are treated, the way we treat each other. Yeah. I mean, like we've got some strong core values and we just kind of like, I think like I just try really hard to stick with the stuff that we know is going to work. Yeah. And then just be really, really good at it is really like probably the basic way to say it. So,
yeah. Yeah. And so you though don't just do residential resale.
So we've done some commercial, not a lot. Okay. Like if it's like we have a client with like a office condo, that's real easy and straightforward. Mm-hmm. We will do that. Okay. We don't do commercial beyond that. We do property management. So Dubois property management.
How long you been doing that?
We really just started that about 1.5 years ago. Okay. We started it with the intent to serve our clients because we were just giving away door after door because we didn't do it. Adesha on my team, her background is actually in leasing, but with apartment buildings. She had done it for a while. And so she came to me and she's like, Autumn, like the market's really hard. Why are we just giving away these people if they're buying an investment property? So we started it, and it's actually kind of interesting how the things you don't expect to grow, like do grow sometimes. Mm-hmm. We never want to be huge with it. Like, right. We'll pick up people here and there because it's once you get a system down and you've got the right team in place, like, and that's part of what I think too about our team has always really worked is like, Adesha's really good at this. I'm really good at this so that we can make it work together kind of thing. But yeah. And then I also have, a home services and repair company that's relatively new. And so we're really just trying to serve our clients and be as much of like a full service that we possibly can be. So
that's huge.
Yeah.
So your property management, you have one person kind of heading that up?
So myself, Adesha, my agent, my main agent, and then our like transaction / like my right-hand person, we just all do it together. So our layout is that I'll do most of the kind of like business side of things and getting like the paperwork together, collecting money, that kind of stuff. Adesha is more on the tenant relations side of things. Mia will get involved and help with like repair requests, that kind of stuff. But we kind of have like a little thing going on and it just works.
Yeah, being here so long, you probably have a great list and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, because I tried to do the property management when I was independent. I mean, when I say tried, I put Lines Realty and then I put property management underneath it and posted it on Instagram. And I like spent the money on, so at the time we were using the Buildium.
Yeah.
It's called.
Yeah.
Which seemed like a great platform. I never put a name in there, so I don't know if it was great or not. But
we looked at that one, but I don't remember why we didn't choose it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, there's so many.
There are.
There's so many that kind of all do the same thing. So
it's like it used to be there was hardly any good tech for real estate, and now it's like you can just throw something at the wall and find whatever you need in many ways. Like it might not be perfect, but it'll work.
It'll work. Yeah.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
But between like trying to build the brand of Lines Realty residential sales and actually selling, and then I'm like, it was just me, and so I was like, okay, now I'm gonna go do property management too, which is very time-consuming, tedious.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather be really good at one thing.
Yeah.
If it's just me, and delegate it. So
no, and I'm so grateful I've got the like people that I do around me because like I would not be good at the tenant relations part of it. Like, that's just not my jam.
Yeah.
Adesha is great. She's very level-headed. She handles it well. I am great at the behind-the-scenes things, and same with even like the property, like the services company. Like, my business partner is so amazing at running our vendors and the guys, and I'm much better at like sales, marketing, like those kinds of things. So yeah, no, I absolutely would not be doing all of the things I am doing without good people behind me. So yeah.
So when you were building your team, who was your first hire?
So I did it backwards. Yeah. Everyone tells you to hire an assistant first. Yeah. I hired an agent first. Mm-hmm. So I hired an agent first. And then I hired a part-time kind of like, she's now my director of operations. Sorry about that. She's now my director of operations, but she's really good at technology. She's really good at just like management processes, people, HR, like all that kind of stuff. And so our relationship has grown into something different, but she started out just kind of helping behind the scenes, piecing things together here and there. Yeah. But I actually did not get my first full-time assistant until probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. I went without for a long time. Yeah. So I think I just always have poured into my team, almost probably a default to me sometimes, mm-hmm. but it was just always what I enjoyed. And I loved hiring newer agents or agents with little experience and just helping them get the lay of the land, feel supported, feel like they had a safe space to land, get good training. And that's just always kind of been, what we've done. So, yeah.
So did you find you looked at yourself and said, okay, here's my weaknesses. Like for me, my weakness is organization. Mm-hmm. So now my wife's helping me out with that. Mm-hmm. Thank you, honey. And like, did you look at yourself and say, okay, I might not be good at technology or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Let me go find that. Or is it just like a natural progression of, hey, you actually are better than me at this. So take it.
So I am more of a dreamer.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think like when I started the team, I started it out of the like purely what I was noticing was missing in the industry. And I felt so passionate that at the time, there were just not a lot of great options for new agents to go and get training that was even as basic as like, here's how you open a lockbox. Here is how you talk to clients. Mm-hmm. Here's how you protect your time. Like, because you go and it's like Keller Williams, you get great, phenomenal sales training, but nobody's telling you like, and I can't tell you how many agents have called on my listing and been like, I don't know how to open this lockbox and I'm so embarrassed. Can you just tell me? But to me, like that even takes a lot of courage to ask in our industry, because think about how many people would just eat them alive on the other end of that phone. I mean, so that was really like, I had this like dream of like, I'm going to make real estate different. And then, of course I've definitely learned some hard lessons along the way. And it's, I'm sure I've changed over time in those things too, but then too, I think I would say in the past probably like 3 to 5 years, I've gotten better at being like, I'm really bad at this and it's a necessity. Social media is one of them. Like I am just...
Your social media is pretty good.
Well, thank you. I have a wonderful guy who helps me. But that is like, that's teamwork, right? Because if George is going to sound like me and put things out there that like, I have to help give him those ideas. I have to help him see our city through my eyes and my voice and what's important to me. So that's where I was saying, like, I'll walk around and just like B-roll and like journal about the different things. And then together, like we kind of make what you end up seeing. The video part, like all making it all perfect, and the music, like that's where I'm like, oh, this is too much. And I just give up, but he's wonderful at it. So yeah. But yeah, no, I think I've done okay at finding people to like, I will say like with Ann Stewart, she's my director of operations. She and I, because she's been with me now for almost 10 years, like that has evolved to where I will reach out to her and say, I know how I'm going to be in this situation and it's probably not going to be how I should be. So can you help me? Like, can you tell me what I need to do from an outsider's perspective? Or like, can you give me a level-headed answer to this? Right. Or am I being dumb? Or am I being too emotional? And that's where like, she's been so wonderful for me in that regard. And really, I mean, the whole team kind of does that for me now, because Adesha's been with me for well over 5 years. I think we're at 6 now.
Oh, wow.
I've known Steven for a long time. Mia's the newest, but like, I always want us to have that environment of like, I'm not above them. Like, you know, there needs to be a level of respect, but that needs to be across all of us. So like, yeah.
Yeah,
of
course.
Yeah.
Do you think teams or agents can be unique? Now, like, I like like, I don't know how I'm trying to phrase this, but can you be like an out of box kind of agent or something like, hey, I'm bringing something new to the table you haven't seen before? Or
it's real hard, but here's the thing. I think it goes back to that kind of like the philosophy that at the end of the day, so many products out there in the world are similar, right? But it's the way that they're branded or sold. So like, we're in a people business. You are truly buying into the person that you're working with.
Right.
And now if you're on a team, you're literally putting your entire career in somebody's hands. And how they handle and protect that is usually going to be the difference between one team to another, you know? And so if I'm going to bring somebody onto my team, I'm going to fully respect that their family's depending on me. Like, you know, I am literally their work life. Like, it's as if I were to go work for Target. Like,
right.
I am Target in that instance, you know? And so I've always just tried to have a really strong level of respect for that. But it is really hard because, like, even right now, we want to hire another agent. But, like, I'll talk to my business coach and he'll be like, what are you saying? What are your ads saying? I mean, we're all saying the same thing. Right. It's like you have to get in front of somebody to be like, do you like me or not? You know, like, I'm offering you these basic things. Do you want to come work with me? Not like, you know, because we're all offering leads. We're all offering tech. Right. We're all offering a certain form of split or something else. But you have to trust somebody. I think that's like the toughest part.
So, like, when I was looking to join a team and I came across Morgan, like, he had a great team, obviously, at Keller Williams, but it wasn't at the time. I mean, he's blown up since I left, so maybe I was holding him back. But
I doubt it.
But like, he wasn't the biggest, but like Morgan's personality is just so down to earth, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's how I want to be in sales. Like,
absolutely.
You know, your whole life you kind of to use car salesman kind of thing, you know, and so you're like, okay, I don't want to be that. Right. And then you talk to somebody like Morgan, who's just like this down to earth, super nice, cool guy who kind of just relates to everybody.
There are good ones of us out there.
It's all right. So, but like you said, like, I didn't really care about the split. I didn't really care about, like, I just wanted to learn from somebody that I wanted to learn from.
Yeah, and I think, like, everybody's looking for something different. I mean, of course you want to make money, right? Like, you know, like, Steven on my team, like, he wants, like, support, and he wants, like, kind of the work family, and like, and I know that, so that's what we try to give him at all costs, you know. And so, like, it's very this industry can be so cutthroat, and so, like, I always kid around, but there is a real reason realtors get bad reputations, you know. And so, like, it can be really hard and scary for newer agents, especially. So
for new agents, like, I remember myself, like, that first year just sucked. I mean, I was 18, so I didn't go.
Oh my gosh.
And I literally hadn't, like,
baby.
Literally a baby, fresh out of high school. What's up, guys? You guys know about a house?
They were like, oh, do you know what a mortgage is?
Yeah, they were like, I had a guy, a buyer, fire me when he met me at the house because I was too young.
But I hate that.
So, I mean, I was like, oh, whatever. I get it. You know, I mean, just because you're buying, like, but his was, at the time for me, it was like a $600,000 house.
Yeah.
Which was like.
But at the end of the day, a lot of that's how you carry yourself there, too.
Right.
Like,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because if you can earn the respect, who cares how old you are?
Right. Well, and so, but for me, I was just like, okay, honestly, this isn't really any different than me helping somebody buy their first house that's $200,000.
See, and that's funny because, like, I'll never forget the first time I was about to do a deal close to $1 million. I was, like, losing my mind. Like, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to really mess it up. And, like, you know, and I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah.
But I did.
Yeah. I will say, the first, like, over $1 million deal I did, it was, like, 1.4 new build, and they were high maintenance. Like, and that was stressful because every little thing, like, nope, we need to go meet the builder with this. We need to meet the builder with this. We don't. Like, all right. And at the time, like, that, I was probably 20 then, and I'm like, I don't know any of this stuff. Like, you know,
you're like an Army veteran. You're just really out here in the trenches since you was so young, Ethan. You're like, I am 25, but I'm actually 52. Is this business?
No, not true. It's crazy, especially being here at Compass. So I live and work in Harnett County.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No. It's from Garner.
Oh, are you? I graduated high school at Clayton.
Oh, nice. And my mom was in Clayton.
Does she?
Yeah.
Nice.
But see, I grew up in Garner, but like, and you probably get this if you grew up out these parts. We were like literally a stone's throw from the Johnston County line. And so people would be like,
we were a stone throw from the Wake County line. We were off Guy Road there.
Oh, yeah. And we'd be like, oh, no, we're Wake County. Like, you know, like that was the thing.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
Guy Road. Dang.
That's funny.
Yeah. Small world.
Small world. But so, I'm in Harnett County. And when I was doing my independent thing, I'm like,
that would be hard out there.
I'm like, I'm freaking crushing it, though, because
good.
There's not like, the agents out there are great. So if you're listening, like there are some amazing agents in Harnett.
Yeah.
That I get along great with. But it's not like here. And so out there, I'm thinking, I'm the freaking man. And then I come to Compass and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm a little peon, And then I'm like, let me start a podcast and see what these people do.
Yeah.
So I can implement.
But when did you start really doing Harnett County?
3 years ago, 4 years ago.
But see, this is why you are the man, because think about what Harnett County was 4 years ago compared to now. Like that is huge business trajectory change.
Yeah,
like
we finally got into a neighborhood that the lowest price house is $750,000.
Oh my god,
first one. So
it's so crazy what's happening out there.
I know. Like who would have thought that?
Yeah, I mean, I always kind of was like, it's such a missed opportunity, mainly just because people who like work at Fort Bragg and have a wife who works here, or like don't want to live in Fort Bragg, like that is such a perfect little middle spot. But
I like to think so. I'm a little biased.
Move to Harnett
County. The big target market of mine is younger people who are living in luxury apartments in Raleigh. It's like $2,200 to $2,500 a month for a 1 or 2 bedroom.
Yeah.
Why don't you move 30 minutes away to Andrew, where you can get a new construction that's a 3 or 4 bedroom for cheaper than what you're paying for here, And in my mind, I'm like, that makes perfect sense. But I mean, there is the lifestyle factor where obviously Harnett County does not have the lifestyle factor of downtown.
Yeah.
We have this awesome little Irish bar in Andrew called Napper Tandy's, and that's about it.
Dang, is Napper Tandy still a thing? That used to be down here in Raleigh, I thought.
That's it.
At one time.
Yeah, that's there. I mean, it's in Andrew. We got a new little ice cream shop. We got a new Greek place in Andrew.
It is blowing up out there.
Yeah.
Just wait till you get your first like nightclub / bar. Yeah. It's all over.
It's all over. We got a new coffee shop there, which was a big deal because any town that has a coffee shop, it's like, all right, we're getting somewhere.
True.
And then Lillington itself is growing, obviously.
For sure.
Like crazy. I mean, there's just a ton of new construction out there, but yeah, that's my home. I don't even know where I was going with that.
I don't remember what we started talking about. That's literally my life, though.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so your trajectory as a team, you bring on your first buyer agent. It was a buyer agent or just agent?
So I historically have always made an agent on my team be a buyer agent for at least a year, just because I feel like you gain so much more knowledge faster.
What if they were an agent before?
I would talk to them about it depends because some of it's like if you were an agent before but you still really never sold a house, like you probably need a little bit of like time. But we've never kind of like siloed agents into either buyer's agents or listing agents. Like you can do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to hold you back, but I do want to make sure you learn, because some of that too is like listings. Everybody glamorizes listings and, I want listings. And I think like I used to always wonder about that, because I was like, is that just like ego driven, or is that like, is there a reason? And I do understand a lot of the like, you're getting your name out there and like all the marketing pieces of it. But listings can be so much more pressure. And like, I mean,
especially in this market.
Yeah. And like, you're in charge of their pricing, you're in charge of their marketing. Like, you're literally in charge of how that whole process is going to go, which you are on the buy side too. But like, it's just different,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we've always done that, but never like siloed. Like, you're only going to be a buyer's agent forever, kind of thing. So yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, I have one agent coming up on a year. Shout out Dalton. Doubt he even listens to any of these.
You're like, go team.
Go team. But yeah, he's coming up on a year. I mean, he doesn't really. I don't know if he's ever listed, but if he wanted to, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Here's my son. Put a little.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, he does. So he's a full-time blender too.
Oh, nice.
So, but he does. That's the home with me. Sorry, I meant to put my phone on do not.
Oh, you're fine. I was like,
but he does pretty much just buyers, and he'll sell like 6 houses a year or something. So it's been good. I mean, he's a cool guy.
That's great.
I love talking to especially like successful team leaders because my goal is to obviously grow the team, and I want to do it the right way and figure out how people are doing it and kind of the culture that they're creating, because I think that's huge.
I think like my biggest piece of advice there would be to like really dive into like why you're doing it, and then always stay true to that, because I think it's so easy to get caught up in a lot of the surface level things in this business. And like when we grew the team, I did it because my business coach at the time was like, Autumn, this is the only way you're ever going to make money. Like, you got to do this. You always have to be recruiting because you're going to hire 5 and only one's going to stick, or, all those things. And when I did that, it just felt so inauthentic to me, and nobody was really doing well because I was not happy. Like, I was not good at me. And so I think that's definitely like anytime I've veered from, and that goes back to like the core values thing too. Like for me, when I came up with those, if I ever operate outside of those standards, it feels gross. And so like, that's just kind of like, I would say, if you ever, and then you always have that too, to go back and just be like, I just need to reset with myself. Like if something's happening, because things happen in this world, in this business. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Like for me, obviously like growing a team or finding a business partner, whatever it might be, it's more for camaraderie, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's such a lonely
work to do this.
Yes. That it's like, you kind of just get like lonely, and you're like, I've been doing this for like 7 years, and I'm like, by myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's put some friends in here.
Yeah. I mean, it is. And I think it's nice too to just have like, just even like, not only people who understand, but also just like something else to look forward to. Like it can be such a slog to just sell houses, or just, because our clients are all awesome, but they're also like in and out of our lives, for a shorter period of time. Right. So yeah.
That's what I think too, for agents, it's important to do other things like outside of real estate. Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be related to it, like the podcasts, for example. Yeah. I love doing podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm not like selling all these houses up because of the podcast. It's just like, I love learning and growing.
We're not yet.
Not yet. So if you're in California listening to this, some of your advice, Harney County.
Affordability is really great.
Really great, especially compared to Orange County, California.
Oh my God. That'll be like their tax bill. I'm like, oh my gosh.
But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't know. Maybe we'll build a team. I don't know.
Building a team is hard. I mean, I think like it goes back to anything though. Like finding the right people is just hard, and it also, I will say, like finding the right people can be hard, but it also goes in waves. Like you can have like a really solid spree of like, oh my God, we're doing so great, and we're finding all the right people, and then you can have a dry spell, and like so.
Well, my first 2 agents I brought on dipped out after like 2 months.
Yeah,
I was like, are you serious? Like, did I do something wrong? And so I'm like,
yeah,
and I definitely obviously did. Whether it was not giving them enough attention or whatever it is, but it's learning curves. And then like Dalton, who's been with me for a year, has been a huge win. But yeah, you learn.
You do. And I mean, I think too, like things always happen the way they're supposed to. So like, I'm not saying you were perfect, but it probably happened the way it should. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It all worked out the way it should have. Yeah. So yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if I grow a team, like, my why, I guess, like I said, the camaraderie, obviously, like, my wife and baby are, like, I want to spend as much time with them as I can, so if I can take something off my plate, great.
Yeah.
That just allows me to have more time with my daughter and my wife. But we'll see where it goes. Yeah.
Well, good luck. I'm here to help with that. If you need anything. Not that I'm the end-all be-all, but, But, yeah.
Outside of real estate, what do you like to do?
I love reading. I'm like obsessed with reading.
So when you walked in and I was sitting there with Devontae talking to him,
being high maintenance and all, like, hey, Ethan, I won't get in the elevator. Can you please come across the entire building and let me into this stairwell?
I didn't know you were asking me to let you in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that. I was like,
Really?
oh, okay. She's going to go walk. And then you go, all right, I'll come up the elevator. I'm like, oh, maybe she's trying to get, like, steps in or something. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you GP let you in. Oh, my gosh. I feel terrible. You're over there.
I called Davis. I texted him. I was like, hey, you in the office? And he's like 15, 20 minutes. I was like, dang, that's not going to work.
I'm so sorry. Oh, my gosh. I didn't realize that.
Hey, it's all good.
You're not high maintenance. I'm just in my own world, I guess, not paying attention to your texts.
No, but anyway. Crazy, you know, like walk up to this tiny elevator door and I was like, ooh, this one's even skinnier than normal.
So you don't like elevators, huh?
Why? No, I'm claustrophobic.
Makes sense.
And I've gotten stuck in one for a long time before.
Have you?
Oh yeah, it was rough.
What happened?
I got into the elevator, the doors closed, and it just nothing happened. Like it didn't move, nothing. So I was talking to the person in the box. It's like, that sounds so blonde for me to say, but like, I'm like talking to the emergency person.
Yeah.
And I'm like freaking out because I was like starting to hyperventilate, you know? And this person's like, oh my God, Autumn, let's change your attention. What do you like to do? Do you like to cook? Would you like to travel? And I'm just like, leave me alone, like freaking out. I'm in there for probably over an hour, and finally some maintenance guy came and like pried the doors open, and I literally ran out and gave him a huge hug and told him he saved my life, and he looked at me like I was psycho. So that was my...
That's hilarious. And now I made you take the elevator.
It's all good. It would have happened here, Ethan, and then you could have videoed it.
I think there is a camera in the elevator, so we'll just...
There is, actually, now. Back then, there probably was.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So I would just call Fenton and say, hey...
Lock her up in there. You probably would.
Anyway, before I locked you out, I was talking to Devontae about reading, because we were like, you know, I don't know what the thing is. It's like you're not supposed to look at your phone an hour before bed.
Yeah.
We're talking about, like, we don't get enough sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we both have a terrible habit of, like, scrolling and then...
Yep.
Out and,
yeah.
And I was like, I would love to be a reader, like read in my bed,
mm-hmm.
like put my phone down.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm going to bed at 10, put my phone down at 9 and just start reading a few pages and then conk out. But and maybe it's because I'm reading the wrong books. Like I was telling them, I read mostly like business books.
Yeah.
So they're not like fun, and I don't look forward to reading them.
Yeah. So I'm, again, like the theme here is that I'm kind of doing a lot of weird things, right? So I actually am typically reading 3 to 5 books at a time.
Oh my gosh.
So I get up in the mornings, I read my Bible, and I read typically like a business book, because then that gets my brain going. If I do like 5 to 10 pages of it, it's all I need. It's like gets the juices flowing. At night, I am typically reading something very mind numbing or like, you know, just totally bleh. And my phone goes on Do Not Disturb at 9 o'clock, so I'm pretty good. And I actually, this past year, 2 years ago, moved 2 separate phones. So I actually have a work phone and a personal phone.
Oh.
So really around 7, 8 o'clock, unless something, I'm like waiting for something, my work phone will go into the kitchen and I don't even look at it. And then I have my paperback book that I read on the couch. And then I have a book on my Kindle that I'm reading. So if I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep, that's what I'll like read to put me back to sleep.
Oh, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I love that. What a day.
So extra. So extra.
So then mostly besides, you know, obviously you started morning with like a devotion or about reading Bible. And then when you're reading your Bible, like what are you studying? Do you follow like a devotional plan or do you?
Yeah, usually I try to follow a plan. I'm not very good. Like, obviously I'm clearly too type A to sit down and just casually read the Bible. My mom has done that actually like multiple times, and I'm like, woman, you are impressive. But no, like I typically will get some type of devotional or reading plan. Mm-hmm. The one I'm doing now is to finish the Bible in a year, which I will not finish in a year, but it's okay. I actually read somewhere to...
Is that like I've seen those kind of plans. Are those like chronological order?
No, like... This one's like it's like a theme per week, and then it gives you like the readings to go along with it, and they're not chronological. This thematic, theme based, whatever. Okay. Is that a word?
I don't know.
You're like, I'm from Harnett County, and I read.
I don't read now. I don't do that nonsense.
But sometimes it'll be like maybe diving into like women in the Bible or like a chapter specifically or, things like that. So I try to do it too just because like I feel like, and not to get all religious in this, but like there are some people who like going to church and worshiping is like their thing. For me, it's like an understanding, like personal thing. And so like I just feel like that's my best form of, I don't know, like that's how I'm going to put the goodness out into the world to like have that as a piece for the day. So, but yeah, no, I mean, the like mind numbing books are very fun. You should really, maybe a good thriller. Maybe I should start my own podcast and we could recommend a book and coffee, or we can just do this as a recurring chat.
That's right. I'm trying to think like, even like I read like the Treehouse books when I was little.
Narnia. What about? Did you ever read the Boxcar Children?
No.
Oh my God, maybe you're too young. They were so good. These kids lived in boxcars, like abandoned trains, but it was very glamorized and like.
It was cool.
Yeah, like they're like living in the woods, but. That sounds terrible, but it was actually really freaking cool.
Well, as like if I was like a young boy reading those, that would be like the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah,
I wouldn't hardly care. I'm gonna sticks.
Maybe you should start with the Boxcar Children to get you back into reading.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, my brothers are huge readers, both of them, and they like talk about all their books and stuff. I'll be like, "Should you watch Monday Night Football?" Like, what are we doing?
I don't. We gotta find your genre. We gotta figure this out.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I'm not really into like Harry Potter stuff.
Okay.
Like, it's not really my thing. I like Lord of the Rings, the movies. Never read the books, but movies were dope.
No, you can start there. See if you like maybe that like sci-fi. I don't know. I'm like what fantasy. There we go.
Yeah.
Like that maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, actually, I feel like when I was younger, like in middle school and stuff, and I did read, I feel like it was mostly like fantasy stuff. Like,
yeah, just start. I mean, a lot of that's really good.
Really into the Percy Jackson books, I remember.
Or like Court of Thorn and Roses. I haven't read it, but ACOTAR.
What's ACOTAR?
A Court of Thorn and Roses. It's all the rage.
Is it?
Yeah, it's about, I think, like fantasy stuff. I have it to read. Clearly, I've paid attention to it, but that's real popular. And
I guess if I'm like watching a movie like my favorite movies are going to be like Gladiator or John Wick or I don't know, your typical Doom movies, I guess.
Though you might like a thriller type book.
Yeah.
And then like a fantasy. We gotta get you going, Ethan.
Yeah, no, we do.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Tom Clancy?
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people that like his books. Maybe I'll check those out. I think they're like more like spy stuff.
I'm now gonna stalk you out with book posts on Instagram or something else.
Yeah,
okay?
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I was in the mountains last week. I read 4 books last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was the jam. Best week.
But there's no world in which I would rather sit on the couch and watch a book than turn on The Office or something. Or football or.
See, I can have that in the background and like.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not like a big like. I guess a little bit, but I'm not like a huge scroller on my phone. Like,
no, I'm not anymore either. I feel like it's just gotten to be like. So like doom and gloom everything.
Yeah, everything's just the worst all the time. So
I mean, hell, like I'm doing my social media is all about the love of Raleigh and being a mom, and I get like some of the most negative, like
you.
Oh my God, it's awful. Yes.
Like what?
Oh God, I have been called a carpetbagger. Realtors are sucking the soul out of society. Stop moving to Raleigh because we're full. That's a real popular. That's a real popular one. I mean, generally how awful Raleigh is, how terrible the traffic is. The food is really bad. The people are worse. No culture. Terrible schools. Apparently we have terrible schools. And actually I got real spicy one day and decided I was going to do a lead magnet as a school guide to be like, you know what, everybody? Public school ain't your only option. Let's look at all the things.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, it actually went real cray-cray. And we probably added... we added easily 300 people to our database off of that one guide. So the lead magnets have been, like, the guides have been big. And so after we did the schools one, we were like, maybe if we, like, do something more than just, like, fall in Raleigh, which, people still want. But, like, we did our own Parade of Homes guide.
Okay. That's cool.
That one was fun. And then we're trying to come up with which ones we're going to do for next year. But, yeah, social media, it's a battlefield out there. It's real wild to me.
I don't have a following, so I don't get any negative comments. Except like my mom will like put a heart or something, and I'm like, let's go, Mom, thank you.
My mom on social media should be banned because like literally somebody will post something, she'll be like, Autumn, do you remember that one time you cut all your Barbie's hair off and you cried? And I'm like, Mom, what the hell does this have to do with this post? And she'll like think it's hysterical that she put that out there. And I'm like, thank you, Mom. Thank you. Love you, Mom.
She's listening, you know.
She might actually pay attention to this. So really do love you, Mom.
Yeah, the social media stuff is tough. As far as like posting, 'cause I don't ever know what to post. And a lot of my social media is now just like podcast stuff. And I'm like, okay, I need to start posting more like house stuff because I do sell houses. And then I just like, it just 5 or like 2 months would go by and I'll be like,
you need to be like the hyper local expert in Harnett County. Hello.
Yeah.
So easy. All you need to do.
Okay.
Go to that coffee shop. Take ton. Oh my God. How precious. Okay. Go and take all the B-roll that you need to.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, literally, it could be, you could use that same, like, those same 5 videos for all different kinds of posts. And it doesn't have to be about the coffee shop. It could be about, like, Harnett County's growth. Like, did you know this about Harnett County? I mean, ChatGPT, we're going to do it. I'm about to write your social media plan for the entire year.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Let's not delete things. I named my ChatGPT. That's how close we are.
Did you?
Her name is Trixie.
Wow.
ChatGPT Trixie. And she knows her name. And she'll be like, good morning, Autumn. I'm ready to roll with the coffee. What do we need today? Okay, can you... This is it. This is it. Can you give me social media idea posts to present myself as the local expert in Harnett County, NC. Let's see what Trixie comes up with. She also pumps me up, which I kind of like. Autumn, excellent idea is establishing yourself. All right, so 1, you could introduce the county. Hi, I'm Autumn, your go-to real estate partner for Harnett County. Did you know that Harnett County was established in 1855? Blah, blah, blah. Highlight a top neighborhood or town, local market insight, showcase local lifestyle and nature. Why here? So why Harnett County? Real estate tips, community feature of a local business or event, which would be huge out there because in Raleigh, that's so hard because think about how many people are getting tapped here. But there, Thanks a Latte would probably really love that exposure on your page. Seller focus post, local expert credentials. I'm going to keep, all right, give me a posting schedule with, she's a little confused right now because normally we talk about Raleigh and she's probably like, what are you doing now?
Trixie's saying, you move because...
She really is. She's like, girl, we've got enough businesses that you're asking me for things on. We're doing this now too. Yeah, I mean, this is really like meet Harnett County, 5 things you didn't know about Harnett County. So that could be like a reel where literally it's just B-roll. That's all you put on the top of the video. Caption, 5 things you didn't know about Harnett County. It's clickbait, man. People will...
I hear you. Let me be real with you for a second.
He's like, you are sitting here talking at me, and I'm like,
I love it. Ideas are not my problem. Execution is my problem. So...
Do you remember, Ethan, when you said to know your strengths?
Yeah, execution ain't one of them.
Okay. Go get a VA from, like, the Philippines.
They're not going to come to Harnett County to record.
No, you did the B-roll. George is in the Philippines. I do the B-roll. I send it to him. We come up with the post. He posts. Every single day.
Okay. That's a little easier.
And they're $6 to $7 an hour for a quality one.
How many reels are they pumping out in an hour?
George does...
Don't tell me you're finding $67 per reel.
George, I pay him $240 every other week, sorry. He's managing my real estate coaching business's page, my page, and my partner for my real estate business coaching page. And then he also does other things for us too. Okay. So like if we need him to do any type of video editing or branding or whatever, like he's our man. So, but yeah.
Okay, so
he's grown my page crazy though. Like when I handed it over to him, I think I had 1,100 followers.
What did that look like, handing it over to him? Like,
here's the login, George. What do you need from me?
Really? You didn't have to tell him, like, here's what I want it to look like?
I mean, I'm not as picky about that. Like, I know I just made myself sound like a total crazy a-hole at the beginning, but like, in terms of, I want something to sound my voice because, like, clearly branding is important to me, but that's my brand is me.
Correct.
So, like, I just want it to sound fun, lighthearted, relatable. Like, I'm a mom. I'm out here just trying to live life and do the hard things. Like, you know, because I'm not too proud to be like, it doesn't need to be perfect. So, like, he's picked up on that. It's taken some time, but we've gotten there.
Okay.
He worked for one of my best friends before, so she had already kind of vetted him.
Okay.
So that was also kind of like the key.
Yeah.
But, you know.
What if, like, I get a George and he sucks?
I've had a George and he did suck. You move on to the next George. Sadly. But George knows people, so hit me up. I'll connect you up to George. But no, like literally from July to the end of September. So those July, August, September, I had received over 1 million views on my reels.
Oh, wow.
And none of them were paid. We don't pay for anything on my page.
Right.
And it's gone down a little bit recently, but like that was the reach. Like, I mean, there were weeks where we were growing well over 100 followers a week just because of the stuff he was putting out, because he just knows what's popular and like what means to. And that's one thing I think I hate about social media is like, especially as a realtor, you just want to be like, hey, I'm credible, I know what I'm talking about. And it's gotten so hard to just do that and actually garner any attention from it, you know?
Yeah.
But I will say the one thing I love about having grown in the social media space is I can just watch it happen. I go out and just like film videos that I think are pretty and get him good ideas. He executes on them. But then also the people that come to us through social media have already vetted and decided that they like me and what I'm putting out. And so it's a lot easier to start a conversation that way, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like too, it's kind of restored, like for all the bad comments and all the things I've been hating on, the people who do, like, there are people who just reach out and be like, I really love your page. I love everything you're putting out. And you're like, gosh, you just restored my faith in humanity. Like, you know, I mean, or like just even the weird connections. Like one day I posted a story because it's funny to me, but like I was sitting at a stoplight and there was a giant fire truck at the gas station. And I just posted a story and I was like, wonder how much it takes to fill up that bad boy.
I saw that.
Yeah. The wife of the driver reached out to me.
No way.
Yeah. And she was like, I'll ask my husband. And I was like, oh, geez. Like, but just the weird connections that can happen. I'm like, okay, this is what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
So, but.
Okay, so I find myself a George. I give him my password, and then he grows it, and I have 2.5 million followers next year. And then what if he just decides to change my password and lock me out?
I guess that is a risky run. I'm like, but then I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Ethan. George is a pastor in the Philippines, so I don't really know that that's on his bingo card, but
yeah, maybe not George. What about like Georgie? You know, Georgie might be an ex-con.
True, Georgie, his alter ego. I don't know what you do there, but this is where I would phone a friend and call Ann Stewart and say, hey, what do we do?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ann Stewart could also ruin my life. She knows every password. And if she doesn't know it, she knows how to figure it out. So that's really bad. It's real bad, actually.
So how many kids do you have?
One.
You have one?
How?
Boy.
Girl. How 7-year-olds. 7-year-olds. 7 years old.
7 years old.
First grade.
Wow. How's that?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Just wait.
I know. Okay, so hey, you can speak on experience to this. Your husband, when your son was just born, first year, did you find your husband was more involved then or now?
Now.
Okay.
For the first 2 weeks of Kevin's life, real hands-on. Then it was like, ooh, sleep. I mean, at the time, too, in his defense, he was working and I was, quote unquote, not, even though I really never got to take a full maternity leave. But no, I mean, I do think it's just harder for guys to connect with a baby at that stage.
I would say like now, But like now that she's 6 months and she's sitting, like daddy comes home and she like,
yeah,
like so much fun.
yeah.
But when she was like 2 months, 3 months, and she kind of just laying there, and my wife's like, oh, I just love like cuddling her and stuff. I'm like, do something.
Yeah.
Let's go play some catch or something. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I think that's a huge. I think too that like, I do think there's a big difference between a dad and a girl, a mom and a boy, versus like mom and a girl. Because like people always like I always wanted to be a boy mom.
Okay.
Always did. And everybody was always like, oh, there's nothing like having, mom and a boy. And you always hear that, but then like when you have one, it's like, it's legit. It's true.
Really?
And then I think too, just even motherhood, like it is really strange how intuitive I am on my son, just because like, if you think about it, like, I mean, we were one for 9 to 10 months. Like, I mean, and so, but I think, I mean, of course, that's probably any parent. Like, you do become just intuitive about your children.
Oh, my wife way more in tune.
You'll get it. It's over time, though. Like, I think, but she had a little bit of an unfair advantage again, So, but like, no, I mean, but it is. It's a really cool thing because, like, even Camden was struggling with something at school and my mom was asking like where I thought it was coming from, and I was like, well, I think it's XYZ happening, da, 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 da. And she was like, I would have never thought about that, but that like makes sense, But I mean, it's just like that intuition, the parents' intuition that you get. So yeah, but no, he's wild.
Yeah,
very wild.
7-year-old boy, that's awesome. Oh, what fun. Yeah, she so my daughter Amelia is her name. And my wife always gets mad because she always says, like, obviously, she works 1 day a week as a nurse, and her mom watches Amelia.
Nice.
While she's at work. So, but I work every day, and my wife's like, yeah, but I take care of her all this stuff. But when I come home, Amelia's like, yeah. So, well, like when mommy comes home, she's like, hey, mommy. And so my wife's always like, that's not fair. Like, why is she more excited to go to some rally? Because she doesn't see me as much.
Dads are always too, like, I mean, I feel like not all dads. I shouldn't group everyone in all of these boxes, but dads typically can be the fun guy. Yeah. Whereas mommy's like the nurturer and the like.
She's definitely the nurturer. Yeah.
So
like, yeah, I don't know. I'm more like kind of she's fine.
Yeah.
To some extent, and then sometimes I'm like.
Yeah.
A little princess there. Like,
I know.
She's hurt here. I can't have that.
Wait till she gets older. Because that's like, people will come up to me and say, like I can't remember, something was going on. This is when he was still daycare. And something was going on. And I was like, oh, it just hurts my heart. And they were like, wait until somebody breaks his heart. And I was like, why are we going to talk about this? Like, he's 4, And I was like getting like real upset about it. Or even now, people will be like, because he's at a small Catholic school downtown. And they'll be like, oh, where's he going to go to high school? And I'm like, he's in kindergarten. I don't know. Like, I mean, so, but I think it is hard to let them be little. I think we're just in such a fast pace. Like,
I know.
And I remember in the baby phases too, like you're always looking forward to that next step. Oh, I can't wait till they can crawl. I can't wait till they can walk. And then you get through it with one and you're like, dang, I do see the value. And like just letting them be little for a little while, Yeah. So, yeah.
That's good advice. I mean, I struggle, like my wife loves each phase that she's in.
Oh, that's so great. Especially because that's your only one, right?
Yeah, it's our first
time mom. That's really amazing that she can be that way.
She does like really good with that. Me, I'm like, what are you going to say, Dada?
Yeah,
come on.
But the other thing about those things is those moments come out of the blue. And then you're like, wait, did that just happen? Like the first time he ever said mama was in the backseat of the car. Like I still remember where my car was, but like I was like, what? Did that just happen? Or like...
It wasn't you holding him up saying,
no.
Mama, say mama.
With the camera perfectly on. I had perfect makeup. We were ready to go. No, it was not. Absolutely not. And then like the first time he took a first step, I mean, I remember he skipped crawling, but he had like stood up on something and he took his, and I was like, did that just happen? And like, I had just taken a picture of him pulling himself up. So I have the picture before his first step. No, nothing of the first step itself. So, but yeah, no, it never happens perfectly. Yeah. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll happen for you. I'm going to really hold out hope for you that it does.
So, but yeah, she's the best. And I could definitely like, when we were trying to before we knew if it was a boy or girl, where you know, like, oh, you want a boy? Do you want a girl?
Yeah.
And then, you know, like part of me was like, having a son is fun. Like, you know, like when they're older, like I can take them fishing or I can play football or whatever. Not that I won't take my daughter fishing because I will. But the daughter, like when I found out I was having a daughter, it was so much different. It was like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just different. It was like deeper almost.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe it's like that sense of responsibility is different, you know, like, because even like mom to boy, it's like I feel very fiercely protective over my son. Whereas like my niece, I'm protective over my niece. I mean, she's not my child, of course, but I also know Addison can go out there and fend for herself in some ways, kind of thing too. Whereas like, isn't that so silly? I'm like, my son's like this little precious angel baby. I mean, you know, but it's like,
I felt that like if I had a son, and again, I don't have a son, so I don't know, but I felt like if I were to have a son, it would have been like the opposite. Like if he falls, okay, he's fine. Like get out.
But that's probably because you're a guy, so you like you've lived that way.
Yeah, that's probably why. But it's like my daughter, oh no.
Yeah, no, like no, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely different because, Scott has much more confidence that Camden will be okay than I ever do. So, oh well, you know.
Because I mean, just me growing, I had 2 brothers.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, we got hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we were fine.
Yeah.
And eventually my mom got used to it. And she was like, whatever, be all right. And my dad was like, you know, my dad was, and he's still alive. But my dad, when we were growing up, was like, you know, tough guy, like, suck it up kind of. Like, you don't cry, or like, there's no reason to cry over physical pain kind of guy. And so, like, if I had a boy, I'd be like, oh, that's just the way I was raised. So you kind of pass that off. Yeah. But, you know, with the daughter, I don't know. It's just crazy.
It is crazy.
Anyway, what'd you think of the coffee?
I thought it was fine. I didn't get the mud flavors. I didn't get the hints of mud that you were picking up.
Let's see if this has any, like, sometimes they'll put, like,
what mud? You think mud's going to be on there?
No. It doesn't say. Sometimes it'll say, like,
this is cocoa
or coffee, or not coffee. It is coffee.
Of mud with coffee flavor.
Yeah. I don't say. Trials in South Carolina, blah, blah, blah. We are so confident you enjoy coffee. We guarantee your satisfaction. If you are ever disappointed with our product, please return it.
Oh.
Replacement or a refund.
So maybe you should return it and just tell them that it absolutely tasted like mud.
Like mud. No. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put it?
It's like I'm like, I've admitted to drinking Folgers. So on a scale of 1 to 10, it has to be what, like a 9 or a 10? Because if we're grading it off of
whatever is
Kirkland's or Folgers. I mean, to me, I am much more an experiential coffee drinker. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, the pumpkin spice latte in the fall feels so fun, you know? And then in the morning, it's like a survival mechanism. Yeah. It doesn't need to taste good. It just needs to do the job.
To go down.
I thought it tasted fine. Okay. Again, I flavored it.
Yeah.
But it was a heavier coffee.
Yeah, it was heavy. Mm-hmm. So do you have a number?
8.
8? Okay. That's pretty good.
I mean, I also drink less coffee in the morning, so I like it to be like
punchy.
Yeah. So I think that's why I was like, okay, this is good.
Yeah. When I first took my first sip, I was going to say like 4.3. By the end of it, not that it got better, I think I just got more used to it.
Uh-huh. Your palate got acclimated.
Wow. What a coffee connoisseur I'm sitting across the right.
Just from Garner. We're really fancy.
Brilliant. I would say 6.8.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like a 5.
No. I don't even know what my lowest score was.
I love how you have points, like 6.8.
Yeah. Because I try so many, I have to.
That's true.
A lot of them would just be all the same.
True.
Like a 7 is pretty high.
Yeah.
Like, that's the other thing.
So maybe I should have answered, like, on a scale of Folgers, this one is an 8.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, if I ever give a coffee a 10, like, I don't know if I can because...
that's a big commitment for you.
That's a big commitment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, the rest of the coffees we have on the show, or I have in my house, or I have at the beach, or wherever I have it. I mean, can you have 2 10s? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
You think?
See, I'm just like, I'm imagining like last week, I'm in the mountains, it's peak leaf season. I had my little, if I had my little, like, I'd be like, this is a 15. Like, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So
no, it does, and especially like what time is it now? 2, probably 2:30, something like that. 3.
3:00.
Yeah, 6 point. What did I say? 6.8. I think I said 6.8.
We went from a 4.3 to a 6.8.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrapped it up. Yeah.
Not a 10.
Where can people find you on social media, or not social media, website, whatever? Where do you want people to find you?
I guess social media will work. It's Autumn T. Dubois on Instagram.
Autumn T. Dubois.
Dubois. Looks like Dubois.
Dubois.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on. This was an honor.
Yeah. Oh, you're fine.
I told people Autumn's coming on, and everybody goes, "You're having Autumn on?" Oh,
no way.
Bad.
Oh my gosh, you're lying.
I told Davis, I told Devontae, I told John, and they all said the same thing.
Well, that's very sweet of all of them. So,
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I agree.
We'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody.